still got their objective is to get up there. They've got a regiment of tanks now, or yeah, a regiment of tanks supporting the division, but a squadron of tanks but supporting the brigade. And the other brigade down in the south is now going to be trying to come up from Donvu with a squadron of the 13th, 18th Hussars. And they come to Chantilly here, and at Chantilly they start having problems with German machine gunners, and so the infantry now have got to get back from the tanks and allow the tanks to sort of ease them in, if you like, and then start fighting forwards. And they know from the map, and Annie can see on the map, we're going to go through a dip at the moment to a river, aren't we?
Yep.
So they haven't even started getting difficult yet. Not yet, anyhow. It's just difficult, not very difficult. There are Germans, and it's true. Well, according to the accounts by the Wilts, there are Germans. According to the accounts of the Wilts, what's happening is every one of these little hedgerows and fields, it just needs a couple of Germans with a machine gun who they can run away or disappear back towards it. They're trying to find ways through. Down at Donvu, I'll sort of get this, I'll get the map out and a diagram in a minute. The other brigade to the south is really struggling, and actually they decide they can't even get up there, so they're told to get in behind this lot who are making some progress down this road. And of course what they end up doing is they end up with all the, you know, the cows, some of the cows are killed and things like that, but they end up looking up at Mont, and they're just wondering what on earth and how on earth are they going to get up this hill, because they are utterly knackered. Yeah. And it's really impossible to tell you how tiring it is with everything else that's going on around you, and not least, why wouldn't there be this train? And then they come across this. They come across this bridge down here, and we'll have a look at this in a bit of detail, because you would not want to fight across it. And of course what the Germans are doing is now coming into this country, this thick countryside, and it hasn't changed much, all right, and then they're trying to get down over this river to get up the far side. And of course they don't know whether the Germans have mined the bridge. It's in fact around the corner bit, but it's at this point not far from here that the commanding officer of the 4th Wilts gets killed by, and I'm going to call him a sniper, but a German strung up in a tree. So they then have to deal with that as well, which is an additional problem, all adding to what we've already described as the friction of war to try and get up here. And if you were out there walking, you'd be puffing now without any kit.
Yeah.
So how many men did they have to march along here then, altogether?
It is a brigade, so with casualties and things, I'm going to say that a company is roughly, or a battalion is probably 500, 600 bayonets now. So 1,800 men. Yep.
Amazing.
Trying to get through here. That's what they're trying to get through with your tanks and all your vehicles and everything else. And they've got with them, they've got B squadron of the 13th, 18th Hussars, and then what they're doing is they're taking it in turns to be leading the infantry, and the tanks will come to a corner, and then with their machine guns and Browning 3.0s they've got in their Shermans, they are lacing fire down at anywhere they think there are likely to be Germans. Just doing loads of it, and then shouting for the SQMS to bring more ammunition up so they can put it in. But inside a tank, unless your ventilation system is working properly, that's getting pretty bloody as well. Not because of all the fumes and everything else that's pouring into the turret itself. And so down in the dips and up the other side, they don't know what's coming, and all the time they know they're under the beady eye of, you know, Mont up there. And German artillery fire seems to be coming down fairly accurately, because it is, yeah, because the Germans are going back over the ground that they've already been under. All of this is DF'd, you know. It's really, that's what it is. So up the other side, and they still know they've got a couple more crossroads to go. There's one there, La Veranière, which is a farm complex up here. But in a minute, there's one place where we can stop and get in a field, I think. Just up at the top here. So here is the complex. I think this is it. Is this La Veranière? No. Yeah, I think it is. So the Germans, they have a fight through here, and they've still yet got to get up this other side and over the other bit. And so the armour now has to take over. And they're not, and it's getting late in the evening now of the 6th of August 1944, but they've actually started making progress. But there's infantry CO'd by the side of the road, and the Padre's having to do his business, yeah. And they're now coming up here, and this is La Veranière crossroads. And what they should have been having here is they should have been having another armoured column moving up from the right hand side. They're not doing it anymore. So what happens now is the 13th, 18th Hussars actually come up to this crossroad, and then they start thinking to themselves, whoa, what's going on? We've still got to get up there. And the commanding officer is saying, get on with it, just get on with it. And they said, well, we don't know what we're going to find, because down over the right, they know there's more Germans there, they know what's up there, they know up that road at La Rougerie, the other brigade is having a pretty tough time on it. And he says, just get on and see what's going on. So they cross the crossroads all the way, they do this, and they're thinking it's getting dark now. They know the infantry are not able to follow them, so they're now on their own. B Squadron, the 13th, 18th Hussars, the same squadron, still a lot of the guys who'd landed on D-Day 2 months earlier in DD tanks. And they come here, and the squadron leader comes up and he says, well, we don't want to, we're wide open here, like, you know, ticks on a dog's nuts over here. We've got to get up this hill. So what he does, his lead call sign says, I think there's somewhere up there, and he says, well, just get up it then. So that's what he does, and he goes up this track. This is the track as well, and he goes up the track not knowing where he's going. There's no infantry, haven't got any, just tanks. They lose a tank, one of them, and I've got to be careful because one of the tanks slid off the road and got stuck. Took the wrong road. Oh, be careful. I don't know where the Germans are. Dust everywhere. I don't even know where they're going at the moment, because they just know they're going up and up and up, and they're just sort of thinking, well, it's got to come somewhere. And the squadron of the CO is said, where are you? And the squadron leader says, I've no idea. Just keep going. So they keep pushing up. And the 13th, 18th, with all the panache of light cavalrymen in armoured vehicles, are beginning to say, we think we're getting somewhere. They don't even know where the Germans are at this place. All they know is what is happening is they're not under fire.
Yeah.
And they get up, come on up and up and up and up, and then suddenly says we're here. We're up here. Where's the infantry?